Most people have heard of the dark web, but almost everything they believe about it is wrong. And the truth is far more shocking than any rumor. But did you know there are actually 10 completely different facts about the dark web that will change how you see the internet forever? By the end of this video, you will know exactly what the dark web really is. Let's get into it. The dark web is only 4% of the internet. The internet that most people use every day, the websites accessible through Google, Bing, and other search engines, represents only a small fraction of the total information that exists on networked computers worldwide. The surface web that search engines index and most people navigate represents approximately 4% of the total internet. The vast majority of internet content exists in the deep web, which includes private databases, medical records, academic repositories, banking systems, and other content that is not publicly indexed. The dark web itself is a small subset within the deep web, requiring special software to access and specifically designed to provide anonymity, estimated to contain tens of thousands of websites compared to the billions of pages on the surface web. The distinction between the deep web and the dark web is critical and frequently confused. The deep web includes entirely legitimate private content like your email inbox, bank statements, and Netflix account, while the dark web specifically refers to encrypted, anonymized networks designed for hidden operation. The popular imagination of the dark web as an enormous parallel internet is therefore misleading. It is actually a relatively small collection of hidden services that requires deliberate effort to access, rather than a vast shadow internet existing beneath everyday browsing. The dark web was created by the U.S. military. The technology underlying the dark web, the Tor network, was not created by criminals or hackers, but by the United States Naval Research Laboratory in the mid-1990s as a tool for protecting American intelligence communications and enabling covert online operations. Onion routing, the technical concept at the heart of Tor, was developed by mathematicians and computer scientists working for the U.S. military who needed a way to communicate over the internet without revealing who was talking to whom or what was being discussed. The name Tor originally stood for the onion router, referring to the layered encryption that wraps each data packet in multiple layers like an onion, with each relay in the network removing only one layer before passing the data to the next node. The Naval Research Laboratory released Tor to the public in 2002 specifically because a network used exclusively by military and intelligence personnel would provide very little anonymity. A large, diverse user base, including ordinary civilians, makes it much harder to identify which specific traffic belongs to intelligence operations. The Tor project is today a non-profit organization that maintains the software and network, receiving funding from sources including the U.S. State Department, which supports its use by journalists and dissidents in countries with authoritarian internet censorship. Journalists and activists use the dark web. The dark web serves critically important legitimate purposes for journalists, human rights workers, political dissidents, and whistleblowers operating in countries where internet activity is monitored by governments that imprison people for what they read, write, or discuss online. Major news organizations, including the New York Times, BBC, and The Guardian, operate official dark web versions of their websites specifically to ensure that readers in countries with heavy internet censorship can access independent journalism without their reading activity being monitored by authorities. SecureDrop, an open-source whistleblower submission system, operates on the dark web and is used by major media organizations worldwide to allow sources to safely submit sensitive documents and information without revealing their identity, protecting people who expose wrongdoing at significant personal risk. In countries including China, Iran, Russia, and dozens of others where the government monitors internet activity and prosecutes people for accessing prohibited content, the dark web provides a pathway to uncensored information and secure communication that is simply unavailable through conventional internet access. The conflation of the dark web with exclusively criminal activity ignores the genuinely vital role it plays in supporting press freedom, human rights documentation, and political opposition in the significant portion of the world where these activities carry serious legal risk. Your personal data is probably already there. Billions of records stolen in data breaches from companies including LinkedIn, Facebook, Adobe, Equifax, and hundreds of other organizations have been sold and traded on dark web marketplaces, meaning the personal information of the majority of adult internet users in developed countries is likely already available for purchase. Data breach records sold on dark web markets typically include name, email address, password hash, date of birth, phone number, and in more serious breaches, financial information, social security numbers, and medical records, providing criminals with the raw material for identity theft and account takeover attacks. The price of stolen personal data on dark web markets has actually declined dramatically as the volume of available stolen records has grown. A complete identity profile, including name, address, social security number, and financial information, can sell for as little as $10 to $20. Have I Been Pawned, a free public service created by security researcher Troy Hunt, allows anyone to check whether their email address appears in known data breaches. The service has cataloged over 12 billion compromised accounts from thousands of separate breach incidents. The practical response to personal data appearing on the dark web is not panic, but action, changing passwords for compromised accounts, enabling two-factor authentication, monitoring credit reports for unusual activity, and using unique passwords for every service to limit the damage any single breach can cause. Dark web marketplaces work like Amazon. The illicit marketplaces that represent the most widely reported aspect of dark web activity, selling drugs, stolen data, counterfeit documents, and other illegal goods and services, are remarkably sophisticated e-commerce platforms that mirror the user experience design of legitimate online retailers. Silk Road, the first major dark web marketplace shut down by the FBI in 2013, pioneered a model that subsequent markets have refined, featuring product listings with photographs and descriptions, vendor profiles with transaction histories, buyer reviews with star ratings, and escrow payment systems to protect buyers from non-delivery. The vendor rating and review systems on dark web markets create genuine reputational accountability. Sellers who deliver substandard products or fail to fulfill orders receive negative reviews that damage their reputation and reduce future sales, creating market incentives that parallel legitimate e-commerce. Cryptocurrency, primarily Bitcoin in the early markets and increasingly privacy-focused coins like Monero in more recent operations, provides the payment infrastructure for dark web commerce, enabling transactions without the banking system's identity verification and transaction monitoring. Law enforcement operations, including the takedowns of Alphabay and Hansa markets in 2017, have demonstrated that dark web marketplace operators are not beyond the reach of international law enforcement, with sophisticated investigations using undercover operations, blockchain analysis, and technical vulnerabilities to identify and prosecute operators and vendors. The dark web has its own search engines. Navigating the dark web requires specialized tools because the standard search engines that index the surface web do not crawl hidden services, leading to the development of dark web-specific search engines and directories that catalog the hidden sites operating within the Tor network. Omnia, DuckDuckGo's Onion version, and Torch are among the search engines that index dark web content, though their coverage is necessarily incomplete since many hidden services deliberately avoid being indexed to maintain obscurity.
The Hidden Wiki, one of the oldest dark web directories, functions as a community-maintained index of dark web sites across categories, though its content includes both legitimate privacy resources and links to illegal marketplaces, making it a controversial but widely referenced starting point for dark web exploration. The impermanence of dark web sites creates a significant challenge for search engines and directories. Hidden services frequently change their onion addresses, go offline without warning, and reappear under new addresses, making the directories perpetually out of date. The deliberate obscurity of much dark web content means that the most sensitive illegal marketplaces and services rely on word-of-mouth distribution of their addresses through trusted networks rather than indexing, limiting access to those with existing connections in relevant communities.
Law enforcement actively monitors the dark web. Contrary to the popular perception that the dark web is beyond the reach of law enforcement, agencies including the FBI, Europol, Interpol, and national police forces around the world maintain active and sophisticated presence on dark web platforms, conducting undercover operations, analyzing blockchain transactions, and collaborating internationally to identify and prosecute criminals. Operation Anonymous in 2014 saw law enforcement agencies from 17 countries simultaneously seize over 400 dark web services, demonstrating the capacity for coordinated international action against dark web criminal infrastructure at a scale that surprised many observers. Blockchain analysis has become one of the most powerful tools for dark web law enforcement. Despite the apparent anonymity of cryptocurrency transactions, the permanent public record of the blockchain allows sophisticated analysis to trace fund flows and identify the real-world identities behind dark web transactions. Exit scams and honeypot operations are additional law enforcement tactics. Agencies have operated seized dark web markets for periods after takedown to collect intelligence on vendors and buyers, and have created fake markets to identify criminals seeking to use dark web commerce infrastructure. The takedown of Hydra Market in 2022, the largest dark web marketplace at the time, involved collaboration between US and German authorities and resulted in the seizure of $25 million in cryptocurrency, demonstrating that even the most sophisticated dark web operations remain vulnerable to determined law enforcement attention. The dark web has legitimate uses you use every day. Many privacy technologies and tools that ordinary internet users rely on for legitimate purposes share infrastructure and principles with the dark web, including privacy-focused browsers, encrypted messaging applications, and anonymous browsing tools used by millions of people with entirely lawful intentions. Privacy browsers, including the Tor browser, are downloaded and used by millions of ordinary internet users who want to browse without being tracked by advertisers, avoid price discrimination based on location, or simply exercise a preference for online privacy that has nothing to do with illegal activity. Encrypted email services like Proton Mail and secure messaging applications like Signal use similar end-to-end encryption principles to dark web communications, technologies designed for privacy and security that serve entirely legitimate purposes for their overwhelming majority of users. Corporate security researchers, cybersecurity professionals, and threat intelligence analysts regularly access dark web forums and markets as part of their work, monitoring for mentions of their organizations, tracking emerging threats, and gathering intelligence about criminal tools and techniques. Academic researchers studying cybercrime, digital sociology, and internet culture conduct legitimate research on dark web platforms, contributing to the understanding of online criminal economies, community formation, and the social dynamics of anonymous online spaces. Dark web prices reveal
shocking truths about data value. The pricing of stolen data, fraudulent services, and illegal goods on dark web markets provides a disturbing window into the underground economy of cybercrime, revealing both how cheap personal information has become and how expensive certain specialized criminal services can be. A complete set of credit card details with associated personal information, called fulls in dark web terminology, sells for between $10 and $40 depending on the card type, credit limit, and country of origin, with American Express cards commanding higher prices than basic debit cards. Hacking services are available for hire on dark web markets at rates that vary dramatically by target. Compromising a personal email account might cost $50, while targeting a corporate network or government system commands prices in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Ransomware as a service has commoditized one of the most damaging forms of cybercrime. Criminal developers sell ransomware tools and infrastructure to less technically capable operators on a subscription or revenue-sharing basis, dramatically lowering the barrier to entry for ransomware attacks. The relatively low prices for individual stolen records reflect the enormous scale of data breaches. When billions of records are available, the price of any individual record inevitably falls, while specialized services requiring genuine expertise command premium prices that reflect the scarcity of the relevant criminal skills.
Exiting the dark web is harder than entering it. The anonymous infrastructure of the dark web creates complex legal, psychological, and technical exit problems, both for individuals who have used dark web services and for law enforcement agencies attempting to identify and prosecute dark web criminals who seek to move their illegally obtained funds into the legitimate economy. Converting cryptocurrency earned through dark web criminal activity into spendable conventional currency without triggering financial monitoring and law enforcement attention is one of the most significant operational challenges facing dark web criminals, requiring sophisticated money laundering techniques that themselves create additional legal exposure. Operational security failures, small mistakes that reveal real-world identity, have been responsible for the majority of successful dark web criminal prosecutions, with seemingly minor errors including reusing usernames across dark and surface web platforms, using personal email addresses in dark web registrations, and conducting dark web business from identifiable locations. The psychological burden of sustained criminal activity on the dark web, combined with the constant awareness of law enforcement attention, contributes to what researchers have documented as operational fatigue, leading some dark web criminals to make increasingly careless mistakes over time that ultimately result in their identification and arrest. The permanent and immutable nature of blockchain transaction records means that cryptocurrency payments made years before an investigation can still be analyzed and traced. Unlike cash transactions that leave no record, dark web cryptocurrency activity creates a permanent evidence trail that investigators can revisit with improved analysis tools as technology advances. That covers 10 dark web facts that will shock you. If this video helped you understand something new, make sure you subscribe to ByteSimple right now, because next week we are breaking down 10 antivirus software types explained. And trust me, you do not want to miss that one. Drop a comment below and tell us which dark web fact shocked you the most. See you in the next one.